Welcome to episode 4 of The Divergent Geek. This week I thought I'd talk about how sometimes we need to sort of have somebody in our corner that tells us the truth, no matter what, to help us see changes we might need to make within ourselves. I had this week where a good friend of mine who supports me a lot in business, he wanted to chat with me and said, look, I've had a bit of feedback from a few people. I recommend you a lot, but they say that you're amazing at what you do for your work. You're amazing. You always, manage to figure out the problem. You're so good at seeing what others don't. But your communication is a bit poor. And, you take a bit long to get back to people. And he said, I just want to tell you this because, I want to see you do well. And if, I would hope that you would do the same for me. Tell me if there was something that was going on that, I could improve upon. And I said, actually, thank you. He said, I'm not doing it to be mean. I said, that's fine. I said, I don't take it as being mean. I take it as feedback, which somebody probably hasn't got the guts to tell me. And I myself admit, yeah, I'm really crap at communication because the way my brain works is when I'm doing tasks, yes, I've probably thought, I need to get back to that person, but then something's cropped up that's taken it over. I was going to record this on Thursday, and didn't get a chance to because I was talking in the car about, okay, I need to talk about this on my podcast. But other things came up, projects, and I got lost. And that was it, And then I thought, this morning I went, I haven't recorded. Oh my goodness, I really wanted to talk about that this week. And the outcome of this conversation, I went away and I went, okay, I think what I'm going to do originally is I'm going to set up an autoresponder on my email. So everybody who emails me gets a little message back to say, this is the general timeline for getting back to you. It does take me a little bit longer just because sometimes I am buried so deep in a project that my brain will not want to come out of it because I'll lose focus. And by losing focus, it means then I lose sort of that flow of what I'm doing and that sort of zone of genius I'm in. And so what I did, I put the autoresponder on. And then I thought as I was driving, I went, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a support desk. So those people, to separate sort of the emails out between emails who are just generally sort of, I want to book in to have a meeting, or I want to have a chat, or are you interested in blah, blah, blah. You can imagine I get like 100, 150 emails a day. Some of it's junk, some of it is people trying to sort of sell me stuff. Some of it is people just sort of in the early stages of reaching out on a project. And that can take a lot of time to deal with. And yes, everyone's going, get a VA, get to do this. And I'm like, yeah, I could do. Personal reasons, I don't have the finances for that right now. That's something we're working on because I'm doing different projects which are more long term. That's completely different. But people still want to come to me for one-off projects, one-off things that need doing. I haven't gotten a reputation for being the tech queen for nothing. I can solve issues that most web developers don't think about and go, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that probably is that problem. But it means that, I can't split myself in two, unfortunately. I wish I bloody could sometimes. So I went, okay, I'm going to set up like a desk, Zen desk, like a service desk. So like IT companies and big, large companies have that when you email in, you get a ticket. So I thought, right, let's do that. That way, anybody who wants to get hold of me that is for a work request, so they can get the email to forward on to and go, okay, yeah, I'll submit it as a ticket because I want the work doing. It will then come in and be prioritized, and I can let them know the timeline quite easily, quite quickly, because I can just zip through each ticket and go, yeah, this is going to take this. This is the deadline. This is when I can fit it in the calendar. They can then come back and it's all in one place. And then those messages that I need to reply to that are just information only, they know that it's going to take up to 48 hours for me to reply. Usually I'll do that end of the day, going through what I need to do left. It's sort of my wind down process at the end of the day. Is just sort of clear things up, get things dealt with. And so I thought, right, I'm going to implement that. And I was having a chat to somebody I work with a lot, and I told her, I said, I'd implemented this. She said, yeah, I saw that. It's really good. And she said, why did you do that? Why didn't you do it sooner? And I went, to be honest, I think I just didn't hear it from an outside point of view. I knew I had a problem with communication. It has always been one of my weaknesses. Being ADHD, it's, I have a lot of people who are coming to me from all different directions. And when people want to have a chat to me and do an action point, and we have to have an action from it, it can sometimes get lost. So I've even put in this autoresponder, please don't call me. If you'd like to talk to me, either set up a video meeting using this link, or send me a WhatsApp if it's urgent, because that is the best way to get hold of me, and I can keep track of the conversations and the action points we've agreed. That will help me immensely just by taking out the phone calls that everybody wants to have, which then I have to write everything down, note it down somewhere, put it as a task. It's just one extra thing for me to remember to do. So I've implemented that week. And I said, when she said, oh, why didn't you do it before? And I was like, because I have no idea why. I needed to hear it. I needed to hear somebody from outside of my head going, this is what's being said. Maybe try something like an autoresponder. And then my brain kind of kicked into problem solving mode, like I do with a client when we're having a conversation about a problem. My brain automatically kicks into this problem solving mode. Okay, what do we need to fix the problem? What's the best, quickest and easiest way to solve this issue? And that really helped me, because then I instantly knew, right, let's get in this. This is what we're going to do straight away. And it's already helped immensely. I've only had it in place 2 days. So I found that, and I think people need to stop being afraid to ask and say, can you tell me what you think my biggest weakness is? How can I improve? What do you think I can improve upon? And just look at it from a different viewpoint. I think it's just so important. I think we're scared of hearing feedback. And me personally, in the past, I used to, if I heard negative feedback, it used to quite upset me, because I used to think I'd failed. And yeah, I used to take it personally. But we need to step back and hear the criticism. When we're business owners, we don't have performance reviews like we did in jobs, where they would pick up our faults, our weaknesses that might have been there. And so we don't have chance to really work on them. So maybe it's worth us picking, we try to have accountability partners to keep us accountable for doing the actions. Maybe an accountability partner, we need somebody like that who's going to make a difference in giving us that honest feedback, doing some listening from our clients. That was my thought for this week. So I will be back next week. Next week will be a little bit different, because I will be in Bolton at a business festival and working on my personal development, because I think that's still really important and I'd like to do it regularly. And in fact, there's a bunch of us from the Southwest all going up to Danny Wallace's The Big Festoon. So if you're going, connect with me, we'll meet up. It'd be lovely to meet you, whoever is out there listening.